So, Jessica, how did that feel of seeing the thoughts?
Um, as someone who meditates pretty frequently, it's pretty easy to go there. It's, during the day at different times of the day, it's a little out of my habit for the
Mhm.
middle of the afternoon, right? But nice to check out.
Okay. I see a lot of, in you, there's a lot of waiting and a lot of structure in you. Feel like there's certain times of days where you can get that.
No, just when time allows. Sometimes, we're busy. We have lives, we have things, we have commitments, and so I do set aside time in the morning and time in the evenings for those things. If
So,
I'm lucky, I get to run off to the river in the middle of the afternoon, but that doesn't happen every day. In the car, while you're at work, it doesn't always happen like that. You can't just run off to the bathroom and sit on the toilet and breathe for a few minutes and then run back to work. We don't always have those luxuries.
so
So
a
it's,
lot of because I used to be like you as well. I used to think like I needed to do this type of thing to get to where I want to be. This type of thing to get to that peace. Now I don't need to do that. I don't ever do that. I don't meditate.
yeah,
Like this,
well,
I use to help people to get into that state. But
sure.
we don't need to use meditation to get to that state. We can get there like that.
Right.
Just a thought.
Just, it's good practice though. Like I like to dedicate time to it because it is good practice.
Yeah. But those times where you're like, I feel like I can't just get away because it's time. Even in those areas, you can feel that. You can
Yes.
feel that peace. You can feel that just, even in chaos.
Yes.
So the other day I was in chaos. There was a lot going on. I was overwhelmed. And I just sat for just a second. I was like, I'm creating this chaos, this overwhelm, this feeling of the time is coming in on me. I'm creating that using those thoughts. I'm connecting with those thoughts. And when we connect with those thoughts, we feel them. And it's when we feel them that's when it feels real. It feels like if like I had this thing where the time was coming in, it was coming at me and I didn't have any time. I was like, no, I'm creating that feeling of that time coming in me. And then when I sat with it and like, okay, is that true or is that me believing my thought? And that was me believing my thought. There was time, there was pockets of time that I didn't see because I was in that
Sure.
crazy, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes you just got to get lost in it and roll with it too. You know,
Yeah.
you don't have time to, you would like to say you don't have time, but like instances that I talk about aren't necessarily me. They're outside factors. You have to deal with those. You have to, well, you guys might not have to show up to work. I still have to show up to work. And there's a lot of crazy outside things that happen. You have to navigate through them because it's not just me. It's a person I'm standing next to who's radiating their energy, not letting their energy affect me, right? I can't just check out of those moments because you have a duty
So
to perform. You have a obligation to fill. You do have to show up in your life. You can't just
oh,
let it
absolutely.
all go.
This is not
Right.
about saying that I don't show up or I'm not taking action. My dad used to trigger the hell out of me. My dad used to be a very stressful person to be around, and it used to trigger the hell out of me, and I used to get really angry, and I used to, like, freak out, and then I would be reactive, and then he would react to me, and then it would be this loop.
Sure.
Now, I don't,
No,
because
you bring the energy. You calm the people around you.
I don't try to change anyone else around me.
I allow them to grab my energy and use it so they can also check out. I do share my energy quite a bit.
I used to be like that a lot. When I used to
Mm.
be with other clients with my belief coding, I used to feel drained after a session.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I don't now.
Yeah.
I don't now because the thing is, when we think we're going to be drained, when we think people are taking our energy, then we're going to feel our thinking. If we think that we're being drained, we will feel that. And then
Sure.
we'll feel that, that reality will come through to us.
And you
Now I
recognition.
know that my energy is infinite. There is an abundance of energy. I never feel drained. And that's because I look at my thoughts and decide I don't have to believe that thought right now. I don't have to believe that I'm being drained. I don't have to believe that they're annoying me. I don't have to believe that I have to deal with those and make them change.